be kind of funny. We could do a couple episodes that are intentionally fucked up for our influence listeners.
Oh, jeez. PWIs, podcasting while under the influence.
yeah. Oh, God. See, I was talking about this yesterday with Stutz, and you see how bad the clipping is?
Right, that little chop that you're talking about there?
How the sound waves are so goddamn drastically different now.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. It's speaking Chinese to me.
It's just because the sound in here is not good.
Oh, because you got rid of all that stuff in
here. Took all
the
shit out, all the sound deadening shit.
Yeah, man, you get those pads. I think I don't know if that would help, but I see them in everywhere.
They do help. They're just super expensive.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, for like a box of like 10 of them, because they come in squares. They're like $200.
Oh, that's how they fuck you, dude. That's fucked up.
I'm like, it's foam, you asshole.
Bro, just get some styrofoam out of a box, bam, and just tape it up.
Somebody bring me a mattress. I'm
we're
cutting
good
that
to go. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that actually helped. Put a box spring up there.
Yeah, that's what that foam is.
Oh yeah, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's from
shit.
It's from a pillow top.
Yeah, that might help.
Yeah. So, but anyway, do me a favor. Given those circumstances, pull the mic away just a little bit.
Away?
Yeah.
A little too loud?
It's all good.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks.
Headphone users, beware. Hope your ears are bleeding. I'm kidding. I didn't mean that. Oh, man. How's your week been, buddy?
Pretty interesting. It's been a roller coaster for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Got a new car.
My dog's ashes.
Yep.
So the yin and the yang are definitely balancing out.
Some weird shit going on with some good shit.
Yeah, it's so weird how there's a lot of good things happening, but then there's some fuck things that are happening.
Kind of puts you in a weird space in your head.
It does. I'm like, how do I don't know what to feel or how to feel.
Things are moving so fast that I don't have time to be one way or the other.
Right.
That's how it feels for me.
Right. And I get these moments where I'm like, oh, I'm really happy about this. And then I'm like, well, this happened like 3 days prior to that. And it's like, what is going on these past couple of months?
Right. It's been a little fucking off.
It's been weird. I feel like there's been, I don't know, what do those new age people say? There's been too many full moons or some shit like that. Whatever the fuck it is.
The sun and the moon are off kilter.
Yeah. Off kilter. You see, the XY axis is off half a degree, so, you know, it's one of those things.
The wave hit just hard enough and it shifted the earth. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been one of those weeks, though. It definitely has. I got my car. I traded in my old one, and now I have a car that whenever I turn it over, I'm not afraid that it's going to explode.
That's a plus.
Yeah, it's a plus.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the main thing I was concerned about, but it is a plus. Absolutely.
You can drive now.
I can drive, and it feels great.
Feels great.
Feels great. But yeah, that's this past week has just been work, getting that car, and you know, nothing too crazy. Went to Utah the weekend prior, and then New Mexico the weekend prior to that. So I have been running around quite a bit.
Yeah, dealing with the passing of people, and like you said, the puppy, and makes for hectic things.
After Rob passed, my dog passed, and I just after that week, right after my birthday, it was when it all happened that same week. You know, the 21st, that was Rob. The 27th, my dog of almost 15 years. He would have been 15 in August.
Fuck.
I just got his ashes this past Wednesday, but so I was like, we need to get the fuck out of here. So we went to New Mexico, saw some friends out there, Albuquerque, came back, then this past weekend, straight to Utah, chilling with the Mormons. But it was nice because it was in the woods. I had no phone, nothing, no connection to anything.
Oh, that's fucking nice.
And it was nothing. Couldn't connect to anything. It was s'mores, campfires. Didn't even have any alcohol, which I will remiss that I did kind of want that, but you know, Mormons.
It's all good.
And I'm talking real Mormons, people. Real Mormons. A lot of them.
They're not faking it.
They certainly do not. But
your work was cool with all this?
Well, yeah, last weekend, so every other Friday I get off, right? So that last Friday I had off, so we went from Friday to Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So none of this was during the week.
No.
Got
it was during the weekend.
That makes more
so
sense.
It's nice that I can do some day trips like that, and that extra day every other week kind of helps me plan that out. So that extra Friday you have off.
Yeah, it'd be super helpful.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely weeks where I would need that.
Yeah, especially a 7-hour drive to Utah. It's nice to have that extra time.
Yeah. Damn, man.
How have you been?
No real complaints. Just
sucking cocks and smoking
Shug,
rocks.
you
Just
know
kidding.
it, dude.
It's
Meth
the Lord's Day.
Meth is my favorite.
Meth is a vibe?
Well, it's a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
Shit'll keep you going. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not. I guess I'm gonna be pretty well in this rut, not rut, in this particular motion for a while until this thing takes off.
Yeah.
Because, I'm gone 12, 13 hours a day.
Right.
And then when I get here, I have very little time to do, if this shit, house shit, I go right back to sleep. So.
Well, I'll tell you from an outside perspective, like, I see how much you're posting and how often and updated and upkept that it actually is with your, just even on Facebook, because that's all I have.
Mm-hmm.
I see you all the time on there, and then on Spotify when the episodes hit, it's constant. So I see it, and I know that you work in that those long workday environments,
mm-hmm.
and so I just because I know you and what you do and how long and often you work, I'm like, that dude's putting in just as much work for this as he is his day job, and that's great.
It's fucking difficult, but
I'd imagine.
I want this more than that.
Oh, I bet.
And I think that's been made pretty clear to everybody.
Right. But it's a means to an end, you know? You got to do both, and you've been fucking doing it, so you seem pretty dedicated to it.
My vision for this, if I can make it come true, will be something that I promise nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah.
What I want for this is not a thing right now. I'm trying to make something happen that doesn't exist. So.
Well, I think what's important is that you're continuously doing it.
Right.
Like you're not. There's no breaks in that character. There's nothing. It's just it keeps constantly flowing, and
mm-hmm.
it's a nice pace.
It's I push for certain things in my own way. I don't know. It sounds weird. It's almost like its own entity. I feel like I have a relationship with what this is. Now I sound like a psychopath.
Well, it's your creation, man.
Yeah.
It's not a job that you go to. It's what you envision. It's coming from your head what you want to do with this.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because it takes my idea, it takes my thoughts, and the way it translates is its own entity. It manifests, it shows its own face.
And a lot of people don't have that.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It is insane to me that it just keeps molding, and then I get input about it, and I can tweak it a little bit. And
but that fuel just keeps you hitting it.
Dude,
it just keeps it going.
It irritates me throughout every fucking day at work that I can't work on this.
That's passion. That's what passion is.
I'm like, because I drive around all day, so I have unlimited time to just fucking think.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly in my head about who I want to get on and who I want to talk about and how I want to do this and that, and then
you have the passion for it and you have the work ethic for it because you continuously you're on your shit with this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going.
I want so badly, like, people, you make something like this and people want the money for the money. I want the money, I do, but I want this thing funded so I can do more. Because as soon as I can get this thing funded and I can start hiring people and I can get the help that I want and the time that I need to do it.
All right, go full time.
Fuck, I swear to God.
Full passion.
Dude, this thing is going to be the most animated, visual, loud podcast you've ever seen in your fucking life.
All I can say is just keep going.
I'm
keep doing it. I think I said that the first time I was on here.
You
just
did.
Keep fucking doing it,
And
man.
when I hear that shit from people that enjoy coming in here, dude, it's like you're opening a propane tank to all that fire.
Yeah. Let's go. Napalm that motherfucker. Let's get it going.
I'm going to keep fucking doing it. I just... So many frustrating levels.
Well, it doesn't come with its hard moments, or it doesn't not come with its hard moments. I mean to say rather.
Well, it's a language barrier for me in the computers because I don't have any of the degrees and the knowledge to be able to create half the shit that I want to create.
But you're learning, and you have people that do know.
Yeah. That
are around you. I mean, me, I'm a millennial too. The best thing I can do is I can restart the computer if it's fucked up.
Unplug and plug it back in.
Unplug, plug it back in, open up a Word document, and I don't know, download Steam, play some games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to mod shit. you know, everybody's modding games online and shit, and
Do you,
I'm
do
at
you
that
live
point.
stream?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, I just play for just personal fun. I don't play as much as I used to, but yeah, I mean, now I'm not even on the computer anymore. Just PS5, game here and there. Mainly focused on work and going out now and like doing all that stuff, socializing
Well,
more.
Not last week, but the week before that, I was really neglectful. I found myself in a fucking... I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, I just... Every now and again, it does get to be like, fuck, I just need help. Fuck, I just need help. I'm tired.
Neglectful to what?
To this.
To this?
Yeah. I took a week off. Like, I just didn't record with anybody. I wasn't feeling it. I didn't create any material. And I got to be careful about doing that because the shitty part is like with all the algorithms and the way things work online is if I stop posting, then my interactions go down.
You get buried.
And they stop moving their way up to the top.
Right.
So it's like you have to stay on top of it. But it does... It's happened a couple of times where I'm like, fuck it, I'm tearing down the studio. I don't want to do this anymore.
See what you mean.
I've had those moments, and it's purely because of how much I'm working. But I don't want to... I feel like at this point, I'd be doing a disservice to everybody that I have involved at this point.
It's hard to balance things like that. You know, working on your passion and your day job at the same time because you have to.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you from experience how that is, but I understand the amount of work that's going into it. Like, I know that you're going left and right, this way and that, up and down, just to get this thing lifted off the ground and to continuously get that content out there.
I will say one thing. I do have to show a little bit of grace because I got some pretty fucking amazing validation from the owner of the company I work for.
Yeah, what happened?
It was super, like, a huge weight was lifted because, like, I know, I'm not going to say I want the day to come where it's time for me to leave, but I'm going to, that day will come. I'm not going to stop until it does. That's what's going to happen. And I kind of worried about it because I'm loyal to them, and I told myself I'm not switching fucking jobs again until this is what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm just not. I'm in a good place. They take care of me. I have all the benefits. I have great pay. I'm not leaving again until this is it. And I hadn't told anybody that. I've never shared that with anybody.
Not at work?
Nope. They know that I work on it. They know that I'm doing this, and I'm the only asshole. If tow truck drivers are listening to this and they heard that I have a fucking schedule and one that I leave on time for, I get shot at.
Really?
That's unheard of in my lifestyle. I am a spoiled motherfucker, dude. I show up at 6, I do my fucking job, and I am usually gone before 5.
That's good.
That is unheard of. That does not happen in my industry.
And when I was working towers, the same thing.
Yeah.
Be there at 4. If you got off before 5,
Yeah.
ain't shit happening that day.
So they know that they know how important this is to me, and they know that I schedule shit outside of that job. So it's crucial that I leave.
Well, they know if you've put in the work there, and they see how, like, your work ethic. What I was just talking about.
Oh,
like
at work.
Yeah, how you put in the work here. That translating to your day job that you have. Mm-hmm. I know that's you put in just as much work there as you do here. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, yeah, I'm definitely paying back my my appreciation.
You're putting the input and you're getting that output back now.
I try to be the absolute best driver that I can for them, and there's so many different directions to that. But anyway, I was talking to one of the owners, kind of about the money. It's been slow, so I just wanted to go over some stuff, get something figured out, you know. So I was in there talking to them about it, and then one of the other guys kind of chimed in, and he shared some really interesting knowledge with me about businesses and turning this into a business platform so I can use it a little bit more financially. And he told me on his own, he's like, if you do everything correctly and that thing starts making you, let's say, $150,000 a year, and you're only making such and such here, he's like, I would never expect you to stay here if your passion turns into your job.
And this was your boss?
Yeah. Like,
damn.
the big guy that nobody's tries to talk to him
Now,
because
is
he's
he
so
the-
intimidating.
Is he the owner of the company?
Yes.
Okay, so
It's-
he knows what it's like to have his own
Yeah.
that he works for.
Yeah. This the company that I work for is his baby. Well, it's his mom and his dad made it, and now it's him and his brother that run it.
So he probably understands like what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
He's like he can understand that mindset of I know he's passionate about this
He-
because he's probably passionate about his business.
Right. That's exactly it. And he's so fucking smart too. And that's what he said. You know, you go through these certain steps, and then once he gets to a certain point, he's like, I would never expect you. If your passion turns into your job, then I would never expect you to stay here.
Yeah, nobody would. It's like you love what you do for work and you're getting paid for it.
Right.
Why would you do anything else?
Right.
Why would you want to do anything else?
Dude, the thought.
I'm not saying that you hate your current job.
No, absolutely not. I don't. But it's not. I don't want to do that forever.
I get that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that forever. The thought of having 7 hours a day to dedicate to this,
You know what? You
with,
wouldn't
with the funding and the money.
you wouldn't dedicate 7 hours a day. You'd be working like 12, 13s. You know you would
Oh,
be.
probably, dude.
If you had all the time that
Yeah.
you wanted, I think you would.
That's what I'm saying is like, with the funding and with the support, the sponsors, whatever the fuck everything entails, you give me as much rope as you want, and I will use it every fucking day.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping. I want that to speak so much louder than anything else I can do, because if I can get the right support behind this thing, I wish I could project my vision to you right now, but I can't. There's too much.
Well, no, I mean, I see it. It's like you've got a good thing going, and I think you've been on track. Not saying I'm a podcast expert by any means, but just I think you're passionate enough about this thing to you don't have to know everything about it as far as the IT tech world goes and all that stuff, but because you're passionate about it. Just like me, I want to do gunsmithing. Like
Yeah.
I said last time, I don't know every minute detail about how to do certain things, right? But I want to learn, and I want to continue pursuing that. So I can understand where you're coming from on that note. So yeah, I think your boss is right to understand that if this becomes your passion, then why would you want to do anything else?
I'm so like, now that I'm sitting here, I'm putting it out, and I'm like thinking about it with that time and everything else that goes with it. I feel like I would take it a step farther. I'm like, let me take a step back. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm the type of person. We're gonna call this a business for now. If this is my business, I don't like the idea of just hiring people to do shit. I'm not for like the boss end of this. What I would, if I had the time and the money available to me, along with the available schedule to continue to do this, I would go into training myself to figure out how to do all the stuff that I want to do, to learn how to do it. That way, I can be a part of that whole process. Not only that, but now I can train and teach the things that I want and know exactly how to show somebody else how to do it. So I can manage my time better. Not because I don't want to not know how to do something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you want to gain those skill sets for you so that in the case that you have people,
Right.
you can offload some of those skills to them and take some of that off your shoulders.
The cheesiest way to reference to it is it goes back to that boss leader thing. You know, everybody wants to be a boss, but being a leader is where you succeed.
So you want to lead by example.
Yes.
I know
Yes.
exactly what you're talking
Yes,
about.
yes. I'm not big on just here you do it. I'm gonna work with you, but
You want to lead from the front, not the back.
thank you. I'm trying to put it out and it's not happening.
I know what you're saying.
My words are coming out stupid.
I know what you're saying because we've had a lot of, like, when I was in the military, leadership was huge.
Yeah.
If anywhere, leadership is huge. If you have a fucking shitty leader, your team is gonna be garbage. If you have one that screams and yells all the time, like, and treats you like a fucking serf, like a
Right.
servant, you ain't getting shit done. And they're working against you. But
Yeah.
if you're there in the shit with them and you teach them things and you confide and you actually like bring those qualities out, and teach that skill set, and not just try and hide it. Like, why do you not know how to do this? You should know how to do this. This is what you're supposed to do.
Nobody's below me.
Exactly.
100% nobody's below me.
Even though we had ranks, we had respect. So,
Perfect.
And that goes a long way.
It does. In my eyes, it does.
We had our ranks, and there were people above you, there were people below you, but we tried to maintain as best as possible respect.
And that kind of goes along with what I was talking to you a little bit about before. How I want for every single person that's involved in this to, this is your show. Like right now, you are the star, you are the celebrity.
I'm vibing.
I'm vibing. And that's part of the exciting part for me. And even if eventually there is a production crew and editors and things like that, they're getting blown up too. Because at that point, now you got your hands in this. So essentially, what I'm saying is everybody's coming with me.
You want to elevate.
Everybody's coming with me.
You want to elevate people.
Yes, you're all going. You too. You continuously keep showing up, dude. You're gonna become one of the many voices of the show.
Well, I enjoy doing. I didn't know how I would, if I would, but I do enjoy this. It's definitely still new. This is only the second one, but it's still new to me.
Yeah.
But when I come in, I'm a little less nervous than last time, and it was I don't know what the right word, cathartic, I guess. Last time.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
I liked it.
The first one is always kind of like, I can see it now. I can read people on the second one and in the first one. There's a huge difference in who I'm talking to. Not necessarily in who I'm talking to, but how they're responding.
Gotcha.
Because your level of anxiety it's gone now. Now you know what to expect.
Well, thanks to this little tall boy we got here.
Beverages help.
Yeah, beverages help.
But yeah, man, this thing is gonna make its own, and it's gonna make a lot of people happy. It's gonna change everyone involved. I promise.
You got people that support you.
Because there's gonna be a day. There's gonna be a day where I get phone calls or I get emails or phone calls. Jesus, I sound old. I get messages probably.
You're gonna get paged.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a beep 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 beep, and they're gonna say, can I schedule a time to talk with Joey?
That'd be cool.
And I'm gonna say, sure. Where do you live? Well, I live in Florida, so it might have to be. It's gonna be difficult. It's not gonna be that difficult. We'll schedule this weekend. I'll fly you out, put you up, and we'll schedule for a Sunday.
That'd be insanely awesome.
People, when I have my way with this, people will be taking requests. People are gonna connect. It's just, I told Stetson, I told Sheldon, it's so fucking cool for me to sit here and talk to all these different faces, because it's getting to a point now where I can see your personality.
A lot better.
And people, there's gonna be times where people are gonna message me and say, well, I'm going through such and such, and I want to come in and talk, but I don't know who I want to talk to, something like that. I'm going to be able to pinpoint it, because I know all your different attributes. I know if you can relate to Sheldon better, if you can relate to Jason better, it's going to be...
It allows you to delve into somebody's mind a little deeper.
The versatility of this thing and the connections that I'm trying to promote are going to be unfucking heard of.
Right.
And, yes, everybody will get paid. Everybody's thinking it, but nobody's saying it. But everybody's gonna get paid.
No, man, I enjoyed. It's nice to come out and actually, the payment is in the conversation itself, right? Because I don't have this often. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to sit down, one-on-one, and just. I wouldn't even call it venting, just a comfortable conversation.
It's pretty astounding to me how simple this idea is and how comfortable it makes people. That we put on these headphones and now it's literally just you and me.
That's it.
And that's all you hear. You're here with me. We're just chatting.
And that's how. So when I went up to Utah, in those moments where I didn't have any connectivity to the outside world,
mm-hmm.
just my phone. I had my phone. Couldn't do shit with it.
Right.
And just actually walking out there on the trails and then going off trail and just you kind of have a conversation with yourself because all that noise is gone all of a sudden for a couple of days, and you're like, whoa, whoa. And it's crazy how much slower time goes by without any of that shit, and how much more you see in front of you.
That's interesting.
Like it's just so vivid. It was nice to take a detox from from all of the technology, and I felt that same sort of peace that I get here when I talk one-on-one as I did there. It was really amazing.
One of my favorite things. You're a huge product of something that I strive for every fucking day. And I think we talked about it a little bit before, but I was talking about how every time I've seen you in a public setting, probably like seasons or something like that, you kind of always see the same. Everybody sees the same Joey.
Mm-hmm.
And
because, like I told you last time, that's still Joey. It's just Party Joey.
Right.
That's all that is.
Right. But it's my favorite because when I see that so many times from certain people, not you because you're a real motherfucker on a different level, but when you see that kind of shit from certain people, at some point you start being more aware that persona is bullshit.
The cracks start to show.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I know this isn't you how you are all the time. What are you covering? Why don't you want people to see you? And it's so hard for a grown-ass man to be able to say that to another man. And then that conversation go a step further and actually work out in that way. It's not going to. But you came in here and you fucking did it. You said yes. You know, that is who I am, blah, blah, blah. And
in that setting, it's still me.
Right.
It's just, this isn't what usually happens in that setting. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, you were kind enough to open that door. And that to me is like, I know it sounds fucking ridiculous, but that's like a dream come true. Because every fucking day, there's at least one example where I wish somebody would just talk to me. Like, I want to see the real you for just a second. Don't fucking bullshit me anymore. Like, I see you. and you fucking did it. And that's what I want people to be able to do. You know?
No high horsing, no deflecting.
People call it, that bullshit. People call it weak and vulnerable, and that's your typical, I gotta cover it up because I don't want to show you that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that shit.
Well, yeah, weak and vulnerable, I guess you could make that argument, but I think if you're hiding shit, then, and those cracks start to show, if you can be flexible as a person, I don't think that's weak and vulnerable.
I don't either.
If you know how to stretch and fucking lift and bring that out of yourself, and just be you with whoever you can, whoever comes into your life, whoever's important to you, because we all deflect and are defensive with certain people that we come across.
Sure,
and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
but people that do it to everybody, there's something going on there.
Well, and that's the other part of this too is like I feel like when you are your true self, when you show that at least a little bit, not only is it going to make you feel better,
right,
but this is also going to help your path in your day to day, because I get that everybody just wants to appease people and be surrounded by people, be popular and be accepted. Of course,
so they're going to tell you what they think you want to hear or what they want to see, all that stuff.
But at the end of the day, when you let some of your true colors out, it's going to weed out the shit, and that is good for you whether you like it or not.
But I understand that other side where people do that. I see where they're coming from, but they make a habit out of it because they've been burned in the past.
Yep.
So then they get defensive with everybody.
Yep. They just shut it off.
They shut it off. And I understand that, and I get that, but I've learned like you gotta feel that person out first. You gotta know them. I'm not saying put on a facade, and I'm not saying be defensive. All I'm saying is be reserved in certain senses. Be civil and have that conversation. Try to have that conversation and see if this is the right person that you want to then, I don't know how to describe it. I guess go to the next level of conversation or open that door to the very personal side of things if you so desired.
You're reading my mind almost. That was crazy because I was thinking it, and then you started saying, you feel somebody out, and
it's sizing up. It's human nature to do that.
It literally is, and it's not wrong for somebody that you just meet or you haven't known for very long,
because there's fucked up people out there.
Yeah,
and
you can make some comments, you can ask some questions,
and we've all been burned before by people.
And it sucks.
It sucks, but you have to you have to realize, you have to go back to it and be like, hey, this happened. This was a mistake. This was the wrong person that I should have done this with, but I'm not going to continue to close myself off to everybody that I come in contact with, because not everybody is this person.
It's more scary for me to accept that, this is how I'm going to be, and I'm not going to change. That, to me, says that I'm just going to be stuck in a place I don't want to be for a lot fucking longer unless I make that change today. So I'm not going to bother with it.
Right.
If that situation is going to be that bad for me, then I'm going to bounce.
Yeah, nobody wants to get stonewalled.
Right. And I'm a big proponent of that whole cheesy motivational post thing that,
there's some motivating motherfuckers out there.
Nothing's going to... I love them.
I know.
Nothing's going to change unless you take a step in the other direction.
Right.
And it's the hardest fucking part to do.
But you have to want it yourself.
But I say, and I challenge people, think about the other side of that. If you want something and you want to do something, then stop thinking about it and just start taking a step in that direction.
Doesn't have to be the biggest step.
Doesn't it scare you to be stuck in the same shit?
Yeah, it does.
More than it does to do something you want to do?
It does.
Or to be someone you want to be?
I think about it at work every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to get this gunsmith rolling.
Yeah.
Like, I need to go. I have the tools to make it happen. Now it's just the will that I have to manifest out of myself to actually put those tools on the fucking bench to use. And I've been struggling with that the past couple of years just because of the situation at hand. But now, I think that because of the position that I'm in, that's what I want to do. I know that's what I want to do, and I know that I can do it. And it's bringing up that level of determination and motivation to go and fucking do it and actually use those tools to accomplish that.
We're gonna take a sidestep from everything we were just talking about, and that's cool. What you were just saying was kind of like, it's like when you are so invested in your head in wanting to do this, and as long as you stay that motivational and stay that invested, I feel like when you're submersed in a thought and an idea that you want, something that you really want, like that passion, and you think about it, then opportunities to move forward in that present themselves. The manifestation will happen.
Right.
You just have to stay with it.
And you have to have that continuous will to keep yourself in check.
You have to
keep doing it.
Yes.
Because you know what you have to do. Not every little detail, but that path that you're on, you have to stay on that course if this is really what you want to do. And if it is what you really want to do, you're not going to stray from that path.
Well, and like I say, the opportunities will, if you keep trying, they will show up.
And some people earlier than others.
Yeah.
Some people later than others.
Yep.
I feel like I'm going to get a late start with what I want to do, but you know what? It's still what I want to do.
Right. There's no sense in not trying.
Right.
If you're gonna fail every day at shit that you don't like doing, you may as well try something that you do love.
Fail at something you love rather than succeed at something you hate.
And fucking learn from it and do it again.
Right.
I started this fucking thing on my dining room table on a desktop computer.
Hey man, on a desktop computer?
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit.
I had my little tiny ass screen, my little tiny ass CPU. And there's a picture. I'll fucking see if I can find it after this. But there's a picture of me.
You're going to have to save that picture.
Sitting in front of it with fucking headphones on. And
Frame it up, put it up here.
I got a shitty-ass mic, dude. There's no soundboard. The mic is plugged directly into the computer. And I can't figure out why this thing has such a bad delay. I can't figure out shit.
But you did it.
And I'm holding my face.
So let me ask you this one question. Do you feel like from day one till now, the amount of progression that you've made already, are you proud of that amount of progression? Because just hearing you talk about in that regard, for me, where you're at right now, seeing all this in here, this is how I think it started.
Oh.
Because I hadn't seen that day one.
And nobody did.
So, but just you personally.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the progression from day one to now? Because it seems like it's been a lot from an outside perspective.
I'm happy with it, but I will openly say that I'm not thrilled about where I'm at right now.
You're not thrilled about? I mean, it takes time.
I know, and I'm being impatient.
It takes time.
Wholeheartedly, I'm just admitting that I'm being impatient.
Because you're passionate about it.
Yeah. I want so badly to just fucking get this shit done. I have a vision for the studio that I can't move on.
So there's a saying, I don't even remember where I heard it from, but it was some podcast, and it's relating to what you're talking about now. Freedom isn't freedom without discipline. Meaning that we have the freedom to do whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want.
Mm-hmm.
But incorporating the discipline to focus on certain things at a certain time, on a certain day, in a certain manner, in a certain schedule, you choose that discipline individually for yourself to work on what you want to accomplish. Because if you're just choosing freedom to do whatever from day to day to day to day, you're gonna, what are you accomplishing at that point?
Right.
You can do whatever you want, absolutely. But if you don't have that discipline incorporated into it, which I think that you do here, because I think you've made a ton of progress here, you know what you're focusing on. You know what the next step is. We were just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get this all drywalled up. Start doing those finishing touches, paint, focus on that thing. That next step, boom, drywall's done, boom, paint's done. All right, let's see what we can get up here. Let's see what we can do over here. Tech side, focus more on that. It just depends on what you want to accomplish and build those building blocks up. In your podcast.
If it helps you understand kind of at all where my mind is at, what I will say is for when I set the bar high.
For yourself?
I set the bar fucking retardedly high.
You have some high expectations.
Dude, I do. Not only for myself, but for the studio, for things like that. And I want to sit here and tell you, like, I'm so discouraged about the money. I am, but if there's one thing I fucking know about myself, dude, over the years, is if there's something I need to get done, regardless of the amount,
it's gonna get done.
I'll fucking figure it out.
You know what expectations are?
What?
Future disappointments.
That's pretty good. I've never heard that. That's pretty good.
Trust me, I've lived that through relationships, through certain jobs. They're future disappointments. Excel at what you do and keep focusing on that day to day. And I think the best you can be from day to day is gonna have a huge turnout down the future, down the line where you're going. But expectations are just failed disappointments. I'm telling you, man. And especially if you're setting that bar extremely high. But I know you're passionate about it.
Last night something came up, kind of an option. So I don't know if I've told you I'm renting this house.
No, I didn't know that.
So that makes this kind of funny.
Yeah, so if you're renting this place, how did this happen?
We built it.
I know you built it.
Yeah.
Was it approved?
No, fuck no.
So what's gonna happen? Like
that's a big question mark right now. Trying to so my lease is up in December every year. The big question mark is for one, I don't want to fucking stay here. I hate this house. It was a stepping stone. I don't want to live here. Yeah.
What are you gonna do with this?
Right. Let's either we can finish it and leave it and hope that they're cool with it, or just pull the bitch down.
Fuck.
So this winter is gonna bring some interesting changes, and I'm curious to see how which path gets put in front of me, because one of three things is going to happen. Either we're going to finish this, and I'm going to make this studio exactly the way I want, which is going to be fucking amazing if I do, by the way. Option two is I'm going to move to New River with my buddy, because that sounds pretty fucking cool. And the option for the studio would be just keeping the house and using the house as the studio.
Okay.
Expensive. But option number three would be me moving and having a commercial location for the studio.
Oh, like renting another space out?
Yeah.
Just
like
specifically for...
business studio.
Okay.
So, both the last two, I'm cool with both. It's just money. Either one of those options is going to be a lot of money. Keeping the house is the easiest option, and just moving and using this as the studio, that's the easiest option only because I already have it.
Money's
I don't-
always a bitch.
I don't have to put down. I don't have to make a big transition. It's already here. I already pay for it. Paperwork's done. So it's just $1,700 extra bucks a month just to have a studio.
Whew.
And I think it'd be cool as fuck, dude. Just turn the whole living room situation.
But if you rented out a studio, everything would be there, right? Like everything that you kind of need.
Probably not.
Really?
No. I mean,
Like a sound studio that you rented out? They wouldn't have all the equipment that you needed?
I know what you're saying, and I guess I can say I don't know. Because in my head, what I feel like you're talking about is like a music studio.
Kind of, yeah. That's what I see in my head. But I'm like, they have to have other sound. Like,
I wasn't even going to go that extreme.
Okay.
I'm thinking about just like a business suite.
oh, okay. So then you would just rent out just the space.
Yes, and
just
I bring
the space.
and I bring all my own shit.
Okay, I got you. Now I understand.
Yeah.
My bad. I had it confused. I was thinking like actual like
No,
a
that'd
sound
be a
studio.
great idea. I just feel like that's gonna be a lot more expensive.
It is. Money's a fucking bitch. My biggest financial mistake was being in 8th grade in 2008 when I should have been buying foreclosed homes. So, I hate to do this, but I have to piss so bad.
No, we can pause. We can pause.
All right.
No worries. In the past, I've added stuff to rentals, and in my experience, only because it hasn't bit me in the ass yet, as long as it's an upgrade,
Yeah.
then nobody says anything.
Okay. Well, that could differ from person or
Yep, sure
owner
can.
to owner.
Yeah, I've done it to apartments. I've done it to houses.
Apartments?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I've added shit to almost everywhere I've lived.
What have
And-
you added to it? I'm curious.
Well, like now, like here, I also put in a dishwasher.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Didn't have it, so
I mean
did-
that's a justifiable one.
right. Not a
For
fucking
sure.
add-on room.
Whole fucking yeah, that's cool. I mean, it could drive more tenants.
I was gonna say if we do this correctly and it's actually sealed and everything is 100% correct, then
It's an extra bedroom.
why the fuck wouldn't they like it?
Yeah.
This area is not HOA,
Yeah. I mean,
so
man, you have some balls, don't you? Holy shit. Fuck.
I mean, realistically, worst case is they're gonna say, take it down.
Take it down.
Cool, take it down. I don't know. This is one of those things that I refuse to let cripple me.
Right.
So I'm not a big fan of being told I can't do something.
It's not like you're screwing the owner over or
Right.
anything like that.
Right. And that's what me and
And
Jason
if they want you to take it down, you will.
that's what me and Jason discussed when we started this was make it to where we could take it down.
Right.
And I mean, technically it's almost in a position where we could just take down the walls separately and take it with us.
Panel by panel.
But I wouldn't fucking do it.
Just load it up in the truck.
Yeah,
Let's
fuck it.
go.
All right, take the sidewall down.
That's crazy.
So-
I did not know that. No, I didn't know that.
That's my most favorable option. Is
Yeah.
just keeping the house.
And continuing right out of here.
I would move everything inside the house.
Oh, you would move everything inside the
Yeah.
house.
And the house would just be for the. Actually, it was kind of funny because it was like halfway a joke. But I told Jason, I was like, well, if we're living in New River and we have the house for the studio here, and we party in town, we could just crash there if we need to.
Oh, there you go.
I was like, that's a
Have an
fucked
out of town spot.
up justification,
Yeah.
dude.
It's a justification nonetheless.
Yeah, because it's got. I mean, there's 3 beds in there.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm like, Jay, we got to crash.
3 beds and a couch.
Yeah.
We're good.
We got enough places to crash if we need to.
Yeah.
We get too drunk on this side of town. Shit.
That's hilarious.
That's the kind of thinking that gets me in trouble right there.
Trouble's fun sometimes.
I enjoy it too much. I enjoy it way too much, man. Him and I, we use the term often, fuck around and find out.
Yeah, of course.
We're very, very, very keen at fucking around and finding out.
Fuck around and find out.
Yep, we do. On the weekends, we work so fucking hard during the week that when the weekends come, we're like, time to throw down.
Work hard, play hard.
Go time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we pay to play.
Definitely pay to play.
For sure.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Good sentiment.
So, yeah, it'll be exciting this winter. See what manifests.
Yeah, I mean, I love where it's going already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already in here, and I can kind of see certain things happening. I'm like, this is gonna be fucking awesome.
Think about like part of my goal was to start working on the music shit while I built this, but I think I'm gonna stray away from that for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just for one, the amount of space in here is not quite enough
to do that.
If this was dedicated to music, then it'd be just fine. But that's not where my intention lies right now.
You're still focusing on the foundational aspect of this.
I'd rather it be more dedicated to a podcast studio than I would be to throw music in the mix, because having the drum set in here was that whole fucking corner, and it wasn't even set up correctly. On top of that, start bringing guitars in, amps.
You play guitar?
I used to play bass back in the day, but I was in band since like second grade. I've played so much different shit.
Talked about that.
But
marching.
I want to start making music, but also I think I've teased a little bit about another project that I have going on.
Well, which was?
I'm trying to think. I don't. Oh, it's not on Spotify because I haven't uploaded an episode. But I think me and my other buddy are gonna start working on another podcast soon.
Oh, really?
Yep. That one's gonna be video. Well, primarily video. This one will be too eventually.
And what's the other one gonna focus on, if you don't mind me asking?
Food.
Oh, you know what? I did hear you talk about this. Yeah. Food. And you were talking about we need video.
Yeah,
because you don't just want to hear about it. You want to watch the food.
That one will be in the kitchen, primarily.
Okay.
So I got to move some stuff around still. I still got to get my video thing. That studio situation is gonna be. That's a whole nother fucking thing I got to learn about, because I don't know how to do any of that shit. Like that. What do I do for mics? I don't know, because we're gonna be moving around.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be on you, something.
Right. That's why I was like, do I do just long ass wired mics? Where do I have the computer set up? Do I record like this and have the video and then put them together? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I got a lot to look into there.
I'm sure there's certain types of mics that can pick up from across the room very clearly.
Boom mics.
Probably something
like
that.
It was something that you would see like on a TV set.
Yeah.
Those fucking giant ass mics that hang above you.
Just hang it right above the kitchen light.
Yep. So, yeah, smoke the world.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's what it's called.
Everybody loves fucking food.
So my buddy Alex has been on here several times. He wants to do it. The big guy.
Yeah.
He actually came up with the idea. I kind of put that one on the burner pretty heavily because I'm like, there seems to be a fucking wave like on TikTok and Instagram and shit of people cooking now.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing barbecue now, and I'm like, well, fuck me, dude. I didn't catch that wave.
There's an Australian guy that on his YouTube channel he does cooking videos that are, I think it's called Nat's What I Said, because his name is Nat.
Yeah.
And the way that he cooks some pretty cool shit, and he's funny as shit. So I'll have to show you him after this, and it is enjoyable to watch, and like see how it's prepped and like what you can do and shit like that. Because I'm a horrible cook. Most I can do is on the grill. I love the grill. I make some bomb ass carne asada tacos.
Fuck, so I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting hungry too.
But he came up with the idea. It's, like I said, it's called Smoke the World.
Smoke the World.
Yeah. He came up with the idea that kind of helped me get back on it a little bit. Was not like I can do the meats. I love doing all the meats and all the smoking like that and shit like. But I was like, what do we need to do to make this a step further than what everybody else is doing right now? because I don't want to. It's not important enough for me to dedicate just another barbecue show.
Gotcha.
And he was like, "What about desserts?" I was like, "What the fuck did you just say to me about smoking desserts?" He's like, "Yeah. Have you ever had smoked cheesecake?"
Smoked cheesecake?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's not.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was like, "You motherfucker, I'm in."
Smoked cheesecake. I'm so interested to
So, like
see
I
how
said,
that goes.
the premise of Smoke the World obviously is anything you can think of. Fuck it, let's smoke it and see what
Smoke
happens.
it. It's like deep frying shit, but
Yeah.
with smoking.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
And I was like, "I'm in. You got me, buddy." Look, it's ready to go.
Oh shit! You
It's-
guys have already have some concept art, don't you?
Yep.
Whoa.
It's fucking ready. I made this 2 years ago.
Okay. Oh, you guys talked about this 2 years ago?
No. It's just I've been sitting on it for 2 years.
You've been sitting on it for 2
I made this when I was smoking. This smoker right here that I use this in this picture is sitting right up here against the wall. It's retired now.
Okay.
It don't work. Well, it does, but it's old.
You know, I've never smoked anything. I mean, I've always been on the grill. I've never actually smoked any meats or anything like that.
Really?
No, I know it takes a long fucking time.
It's I would consider it much more of a fucking. It's an art.
I've had smoked meats before, and it's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's time consuming and it's
It's a lot of patience
It's an
involved.
art, yeah. But the funny part about when I say smoke the world to some random person, they go two different directions.
Yeah, it sounds pretty aggressive.
Yeah. So they're like, I don't know if it's a show about weed. That's what everybody's first reaction is like. Oh, what?
Well, maybe you guys can make some smoked THC cheesecake.
Down. Down. But it's funny because it grabs two completely different demographics,
Yeah.
and that's my favorite thing about that term, that label. So
Smoke the world.
yep.
I like that.
Hopefully, I can mix this in soon.
Yeah, dude, that would be interesting, man.
But yeah, definitely video. I think you're right on that.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta have some video in there.
It's gonna be kind of a weird setup because like I don't even think for the first while we're not even gonna introduce the smokers. You'll just see like the prep and probably the reactions. The smoke time will be off air.
Gotcha.
You know.
Oh yeah, because it takes what? How long does it take to smoke?
Well, if you do a brisket, that's arguably, depending on who you talk to, anywhere from it can literally be fucking 10 to 22 hours.
Jesus.
Like a brisket, dude, you're dedicating a day more.
10 to 22 hours.
That's
Hey, but you know what? It's so worth it.
oh, it's so fucking
good.
worth it. And being able to do a good brisket is such a flex. To anybody that knows how to do them, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Doing a good brisket's a flex, dude.
I can't do it. That's why I go to other people's houses that can.
Well, hopefully soon I'll throw down another one. So
I'm good on that grill. That's about it.
that's fine, dude. Being good on the grill is good, fucking helpful too.
I love that goodness. I love making tacos. The little street tacos that you
The
get.
fucking, those are my favorite,
Love
dude.
making those.
Cutting up the meat, dicing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, slap it on the grill first and then dice it up.
We might have to
perfect.
wrap this up and figure out food.
You get a little food chub?
I'm a little hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my belly that I've got is talking.
Shit, we can take the new Camry and go somewhere.
Fuck. Well. Thank you for letting me air that shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just talk, you know. It's nice.
I loved it.
Hey,
It's nice coming on a second time and just it was as comfortable as the first. I mean, yeah, I was a little nervous first time.
well, you're gonna do it again, right?
Of course.
Good.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
I'm gonna bring two tall boys next time.
I'm
but-
invested now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Sweet, man. I'm glad, and I'm glad. It means so much to me that you speak on just the progress, and you understand exactly kind of what's going into this as far as the amount of work.
No, I see it.
It means a lot because you know what I want to say, like, I have never convinced myself that people don't see it because so many people express that they do,
I see it.
and I fucking love hearing it because I want this to be worthwhile for every fucking person involved. And I'll say it a million times. I'll say it a million times again, but it's good, you know. That's not me, and that's the thing. Is this is such a fascinating machine that
Right.
you guys are all a part of.
And it will always be a work in progress. You're
Yeah.
always going to want to change things.
I fucking love that though. That there's so many people that are so invested in wanting to be a part of this, and I'm like, yes, feed me.
You put out that good energy with it, and I feel like everybody that you bring on is more than comfortable to be on here. There's no pressure about this or that or any of that.
Right.
Your structure is your resilience. Your structure is that ebb of flow that you have, that you let just happen. What will happen? What que será. What will happen, or what will be.
Yeah.
So you just let it flow. Whatever, if it's about this or if it's about that, all right, let's go this direction, let's go that. This is what we're doing today.
It took a little bit, yeah, dude. The organic feel is like my favorite fucking thing about this. And every once in a while, somebody will suggest like more of a structure, and I almost all the time I just shut it down. Like no, this thing has a flow and it has its mind.
And that's why people listen to podcasts, is because they want that. They want that natural flow of things. As soon as I hear certain points being talked on a podcast, so like, okay, we're talking about this, we're talking about that, if it's not a fucking scientist that's specifically talking about what he does or something like that, then I'm like, just let it ebb, let it flow, let a natural conversation happen, because I can hear all that. Just, it's nice to hear. It's nice to take a break from the pointed stuff, and it's nice to have that nice natural river flow going downstream, just tubing in a conversation.
That's fucking perfect. My favorite thing about hearing, like everything that you kind of just described is when you're listening to certain people. You ever find yourself like, let's say you're working and you're just listening to a certain guest and they're sharing a story or their experience, how they feel about something, and then you find yourself like audibly, like I got my headphones in,
whoa,
and I'll be like, oh yeah, I get that. I'm like,
yeah.
Would you shut the fuck up, weirdo?
But it comes out. It brings that out
Yes.
physically, because you're like, whoa, like it really resonates with you.
Yeah, it's something they say. You're like, oh shit, I get that.
Yeah.
And that's what I fucking want, and that's what I need, is that fire to be translated.
And people yearn for that shit.
Yeah.
They want it.
That connection and that flame that you can find in somebody else that you've never even met. It's perfect, dude. It's fucking perfect. I love it. And
Sometimes I catch myself thinking, like, when I'm listening to certain podcasts, I'm like, man, I want to have a fucking drink with this person.
oh, dude.
Yeah.
on that very specific note, Bert,
Fat sticks.
I want so bad to drink with you. I hope one day that I can fucking get up to that level. Because
Be careful what you wish for, man.
I know. He's gonna fuck me up, dude. But I would, God, the things that I would do to be able to fucking drink with him, to talk with Joe,
Did you watch his new movie?
to get shit on by fucking Tom.
Did you watch his new
No,
movie?
I haven't seen the
I haven't
machine.
seen it either.
I want to.
Me too.
God damn it, dude. Yeah. I mean, we're not comedians here, but
Mr. Burt Chrysler.
Bert Chrysler, Bert
Krishner.
Krishner, yeah. So many people fuck up his
I
name.
love that.
Devlin told me one day a long time ago, "You're the Bert Kreischer of our family." I was like, "Don't fucking say that."
You're the Burt Chrysler.
It's like, that's fucked up, dude. But you're not wrong.
I like that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'll take it. He's a good motherfucker, man.
That's fucking funny.
I love when he tells people, he goes, "I probably fucking love you more than you can ever love somebody."
Yeah. He's so aggressive about it.
No, I love it.
He's so determined, and he's like, no, this is my belief.
Yeah.
This is what's real to me.
I fucking love you. I fucking love you.
More than you love me. More than you love me.
I love you. I totally am. There's no fucking way she loves me more than I fucking love her.
I spend more on your birthday than I do for her.
Oh, God. I fucking love it, dude. Ugh. Yes. One day.
Yeah, that would be the fucking dream. I'd love to see that. That'd be awesome.
God, I would love that. To get into the flow of all the big podcasters and start, getting to talk to everybody and shit. I didn't like them to begin with, but the Paul brothers, have you heard theirs?
I've seen a lot of clips of them having people that I really like on their podcast, and I haven't given their podcast a chance just because of my preconceived notion of who they are.
That's my problem.
Yeah, so I haven't looked at, but I see that they have people on that I'm like, I listen to him. I listen to that person. And it's constant, too.
They are not who they were.
It doesn't seem like it.
I
mean, I think they're still obnoxious in certain ways.
They are, but they're fucking...
But they know what they're doing.
Exactly. They're fucking intelligent motherfuckers, dude. I would like to go on... I'd be on Impulsive. I'd do it.
I've just never seen how they're set up or how they actually... I've just seen clips.
Is it Logan?
I think it's Logan Paul, yeah.
The older one?
I think he's the older brother, yeah. Jake is the younger one.
See, some of the times, and this is going to sound fucking ridiculous because I've never even seen him in person, let alone talk to him.
Yeah.
There's something about the way he holds himself that I get the same goddamn feeling that I did with you.
With me?
Yeah. He's got some shit to say. But he's not in the right...
I mean, he has done a lot of crazy shit.
He's not in the right place. I shouldn't say that, because he's probably in the fucking right place. But if you give him that platform, I fucking really feel like he's going to have some good shit to say. I don't know, that's so dumb for me to say through a cell phone.
To me, it's kind of like the resemblance of, when Justin Bieber first became a thing.
Uh-huh.
Right, when he was young and all that shit. And it was just like, oh my god, I'm fucking tired of hearing this motherfucker on the radio, right? It's one of those.
Yeah.
And then when I got in the military and it's like 2015, 2016, he grew up a little bit. And then I had people in my unit that fucking loved Justin Bieber for some of the music that he was making. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you listening to, Justin Bieber right now? But he changed the way that he held himself.
Yeah.
And he changed the way that his music was.
Mm-hmm.
And when I listened to some of his songs before, I'm like, you know what? This guy actually can make some pretty decent fucking music. That's not just heartthrob, fucking, wanna fuck your girl type of shit.
No, when he made that transition,
yeah,
his stuff got fucking...
It got a lot better. So
it sure did.
But to me, that first impression is what fucking gets you. You know what I mean? So my first impression of the Paul brothers was their bullshit YouTube thing that they had going on, where they were just completely being obnoxious in any and every way that they could be.
Yeah, they got themselves out there that way.
Right, that's how they got popular.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they're focusing on fights and podcasting, and they evolved. You're right, they have evolved just
right.
of what they're doing.
And I'm intrigued.
That would be interesting.
God, dude, I have such a hard time believing, like, my vision is so fucking clear for what I want to be doing and where I want to go and take this, that I'd kill myself if I found out that it wasn't going to happen. Like, that's how I could see it already. I'm just waiting for it to come to light.
But the possibility that it can is what keeps you going.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking so far from done.
You just gotta keep fucking chasing that shit.
Yep, I am. And the more and more that these come out, I'm watching the number. You should see some of the numbers.
Does Spotify give you numbers?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Spotify does, Facebook does, YouTube does. And they're all...
Wait, so do you post these on YouTube too?
They're YouTube audio clips.
Okay. But they are on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, you're gonna have to send me your channel, because I don't have you on there. I just follow you on Facebook and Spotify. I know that you were talking about YouTube, but I didn't know if you actually had a channel or not.
Yeah, it's got one.
Okay.
Oh,
no shit. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
See, this is how it shows up like this.
Okay.
So
okay, yeah.
It's just an audio thing. Hopefully soon, and I've been teasing about it for a long fucking time, but hopefully soon, man. I'm making a transition to a different distributor right now, and this new distributor can post video to Spotify.
Yeah, I was wondering how that works. If you had to pay a premium to do that, or how that works.
Not yet. I think it's so new that a lot of the guys that do it on Spotify are big enough to where they can get a contract with Spotify. But they're starting to introduce the idea to everybody.
Yeah, because there's certain podcasters that do have it, and then there's certain big ones that don't, like Tom Segura, Your Mom's House. They don't have video on.
Neither does Two Bears.
Neither does Two Bears.
Yeah, so I think it's still a fairly new idea for everybody, and I'm gonna jump on that one quick. But soon this will be live video, not live, but soon this podcast will be video on YouTube and hopefully Spotify. And I think that's gonna be my wave I think that's where things are gonna really fucking take off.
And that's nice to have, even though a majority of people are just listening.
Right.
But some people love to sit there and fucking watch for hours on end.
I can't remember who I was talking. I was just talking to somebody about this though. Like even for me, if I'm listening to Joe, and I hear somebody like fucking Robert Kennedy come on, I'm like, okay, what?
I need to see what this person
I'm like,
looks
what am I looking at right
Yeah.
now? And I expected something,
Me too.
not a fucking buff old dude. I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
I'm-
I'm an asshole.
I wanted to look up what happened to his voice, but I was at work and I didn't get the chance. But,
But that's the prime example.
yeah, no, you want to see, like, hold on a minute.
And sometimes it helps me in a conversation to be like, to see how somebody talks. Is that weird?
No,
Like they could see. Maybe somebody wants to see how I
like
act
their
in a podcast.
their mannerisms,
Yeah, yeah.
and all that.
It helps me. It helps me understand, and it tells you a little bit more about how passionate, whatever.
Yeah, you get that physical description.
You do.
along with the audio or auditorial description.
So I use it, and I think it'd be fucking amazing. But also,
Even if it's for like a couple seconds, you're like looking at the guy. Oh, that voice doesn't match, but
literally, dude, I'll be the stoplight and be like, all right, hold on a second.
you got to see.
Scroll up, fucking put my phone back down as soon as I'm like, all right, well,
All right.
that's him. Like, you know who tripped me out? Still to this fucking day, I don't know what to think of him. Is Chris DeStefano?
Chris Stefano,
That. He's such a strange dude.
get the Italian in there.
Yeah, dude, he's a wild motherfucker. He's like, all right, I'm gonna take off the fucking glasses. Such a crazy bastard, dude. It's like-
I've been listening to like Theo Von lately. It's just like,
that guy. I can't help but just stare at him.
yeah, no, he's a fucking wild creature.
God, he's a wild man, dude. He's like, I just get fucking so coked up, dude. My eyes would be dry. He gets so fucking. I just want to sit there and watch a family dinner. I was like, what? Get it, boy. What are you talking about? I love it.
Yeah, he drove off in a ditch somewhere.
We
with
used to
too
play-
much coke.
We used to play this game back in the day, you know, growing up, called Gay Chicken. He's all, well, how do you win? He goes, oh, I had a couple of good seasons. He just grab each other, and whoever gets hard first loses.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, dude. He's so good on the spot. He's a fucking comedic genius,
Yeah,
dude.
he says some wild out of pocket shit.
I know.
It's great. Love
Oh,
it.
his off-color sense.
And he's so the way when he says it, you don't expect it because he keeps that same level of tone and that confidence and that like just low vibration of his voice, or it's just smooth.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, he never. It doesn't stop.
Yeah.
He never gives you an indication that he's lying.
No,
It also.
it just keeps going.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh man. All right. I'm crying now. That's phenomenal. It was a good ending.
I think it was good too.
Good vision. Good episode. I'm excited. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah. Yep. We'll be back for more Sunday.
Lord's Day.
Lord's Day.
Lord's Day.
Sundays are Joey's Day.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day. So, every fucking episode you get to hear me rattle off the same shit at the end of these. Like, follow, subscribe for updates on new drops. Follow us on everything. Whatever platform you use, I'll be there. I promise. I got you. I'm going to say one more time just to send it home. We love you.
Thank you.